name is Mike Forts, and welcome back to Parlour. And now that I'm back in an actual parlor or living room, whatever you want to call it, I'd like to introduce you to Jessi Phillips and Henry Nagle of 8 Bells. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, I like the idea of this being a parlor. I had a parlor in my house growing up. It sounds very fancy. But we turned it into a bedroom because there were too many people living in the house.
That's Michigan.
Yeah.
Economic times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, you know that I write a lot of reviews and such, so I spend a lot of time describing other people's music. So this is now an opportunity for you to take that role and tell people what your music is like in your own words.
Lyric driven, vocally centered.
Very guitar heavy.
We turned on the guitars almost to nothing, if possible. Can't really hear anything except my singing, actually. It's always kind of, I like to think of it as inspired by country music, but reaching beyond. And indie folk pop something.
We just try not to sound too much like anything else, and whatever's left over in between, that's our territory. So somewhere in between Fleetwood Mac and Loretta Lynn and Slayer and Nico Case, we're right in the middle there.
You must be heavily influenced by Kerry King.
Oh, absolutely. I think anybody who bought the album, that would be obvious.
Who are some of your most cherished role models musically?
It kind of changes depending on the song. I like to think of every song as having a parent. So some recent parents on the new record are Harry Nilsson and Carole King and Bill Callahan. I like a lot. Sharon Van Etten, as far as new people go. Nico Case, definitely. And Gillian Welch. And I don't know. It's hard to say. Richard Hawley, huge. Yeah. Roy Orbison.
Probably
The
no one
Smiths.
else. Oh yeah, just a tiny bit, huh? Crowded House.
Yeah, but I like to think of each song as having an influence rather than the whole sound. I guess if I were to describe the focus or strength is that I'm trying to write songs, not create a sound. So it's always focused on that instead of on creating some kind of sound with our band that fits in a particular place. But I kind of want to create songs that it could be played by any number of people.
The last record definitely had kind of a sonic theme to it. It had, I think, a pretty coherent feel from beginning to end, whereas this record is kind of more of a collection of pop songs that are fairly independent of each other. And as far as a cohesive work, it's too early to say how that's gonna unfold. But the songs, I feel like they're a lot stronger on this record.
So getting that record out was a big deal. That was like a major milestone.
It cost our friends a lot of money.
It cost us a lot of money, no? And time. It cost years off our friendship.
It did.
We have very little time left.
We've got maybe one more album left in us. Yeah, and our recording engineer is all gray hair, and he's only 28. But it was worth it, to me.
Yeah, it's funny how quickly you move on, though, because it's like you put so much time and energy into this one thing, and then immediately I'm like, okay, I didn't really take time to enjoy it very much. I'm already kind of like, ready to move on to the next thing.
I don't think we have a single song off the first record that's in our regular set list now. And if we were to go on tour to promote the first record, which would still be an appropriate thing to do, then obviously we would play songs from that album, but when we play locally, I don't think we're anything. Nothing.
Not really, no.
It's all new stuff.
Yeah, we're proud of it, though.
I am. I'm very proud of how I've led you to write these songs.
I know, Henry, you've been based up in, is it Santa Rosa, up north for a while? And Jessi, you've been based in San Francisco for like the past year or so, and Oakland before that. What was the draw for the San Francisco Bay Area? What like brought you here?
I came here entirely by chance. I never had any desire to live in California whatsoever. And I'm always complaining about it. Mostly because I'm a person who kind of roots for the underdog, And so I've always been like, California. But I kind of ended up, California. I kind of ended up here by chance, I guess, and I've stayed because just met so many great people, and the music playing here has gone really well, and so it's been very good to me. For as much as I complain about it, I'm really ungrateful, actually.
She's very ungrateful.
And Henry grew up here, so.
Yeah, and I have to maintain a residence in Santa Rosa to keep my hunting license current and valid. But I spend a lot of time in the Bay Area.
What do you?
Ladies.
Tail.
I'm divorced, so the world is my oyster.
Ladies, this is your chance right now.
It's your chance right now. You need to come over in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a very narrow window for me. I'm in season, but at the end of the month, I become emotionally unavailable for another 11 months.
Well, if that sounds like the kind of man for you, email me at forwards@popdose.com and I'll get you in touch with Henry. It'd be awesome. Well, on that note, how about we hear a little music and maybe you can show us a few things.
Can we just move some chairs around and we'll play you a song called Target?
Yeah, we can do that.
Excellent.
All right.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is my friend Ryan Parks' band's record. It's very good. It's a name drop. That means he has to name drop me later. It's just a trade-off.
Remember that, Ryan?
I'm like furiously thumbing through records. We can move on. Okay, Michael, this is my dog. Come here, dogs. Come here. Come here, dog. This is my most prized possession. Jessi Phillips. Hello. Say hello. She is, she's 9 years old, and is going to live to at least 34. Okay, let's keep going. This is our yard. Very lucky to have this in San Francisco cold. Come on, I'll show you the view. We have kind of an insane view of the whole city. It's pretty crazy. I am moving out in 2 weeks, though. I'm going back to Michigan for 2 months or so, and then probably moving back to Oakland. But San Francisco's been fun. I like it. They're not very friendly, but they're very cute. One is called Henrietta, after Henry.
It's just sitting there.
Yeah, the one that looks really ineffectual, foppish.
Foppish.
The foppish chicken is named after Henry. Tonight you'll be my target. Tonight you'll be my target. Tonight